Okay, my first recording with Loom. I think we're recording, not sure. Okay, so we're starting with this score that's open in Adobe Acrobat, and it's reversed, it's backwards, but it is white with black notes, so that's helpful. I would take this and export in Adobe. I would export these 3 pages to JPEG somewhere. On the desktop, I might make a folder that says exports or something like that. And then I would save these 3 pages from Time and Eternity by Wally Weigel. And then I would forget about that file. And then I would go to Photoshop, and I would open up Photoshop, the files that we just saved in that export folder, which is somewhere, exports. Okay, so we just have 3 pages here. It's simple. I'm opening all 3 of them at the same time, which I normally wouldn't do because this is a slow computer that I'm working with right here. So anyway, first of all, I'm going to crop these pages because of that black line at the top. Just going to crop it. This is probably going to be a 9-inch wide, somewhere around 9 by 12. I'm going to take it down to 300, even though it was properly recorded, scanned at 600. Now we can bring it down. I guess the first thing I'm going to do is say image rotation, and I'm going to flip the canvas horizontal. So that's how you do that. And then you just save that file. I would save it at like 10 at least. So you're done. If you wanted to then assemble it back into a PDF, you could. What I do is I go into here and I see that it's crooked and I say, let's adjust it arbitrary clockwise. I'm going to guess like 0.6. Pretty close. Maybe a little tiny bit more. Let's go like 2 more, 0.2 more clockwise. And then I'm going to check the image size, and it's going to be width at 9. That's great. And then just to fiddle around with it, I will do like an adjustments of the levels and say, let's whiten it, the background as much as we can, and then darken the notes a bit. If there's any big splotches of ink, I might clean those up at this time. Let's see. So we basically have a 9-inch wide score, and we want a 12-inch long score. So it's going to be something like that. Save. All right, so that one is done. Next, we have this one. This page, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to give it like a 9 by 12 treatment, crop. I am going to first thing go image, rotation, flip horizontal, and I'm just going to save it. What the heck? Why not? Just in case the computer crashes. So I'm going to go, then I'm going to view 100, or I'm going to zoom in so that I can straighten it. And I'm going to say this is going to be like, let's go to 8.8 clockwise. That's pretty straight. Okay, then I'm going to do my adjustments, which I showed you, the levels where you're going to bring it up a little bit to whiter background, cleaning up the background, and then darken the notes and staff lines. This one works pretty well with that. I'm going to go Control 0 to see the whole thing. I am going to make it about 9 inches wide at 300 resolution. I'm going to go back to the full size. I might even, yeah. I'm going to just do this a little bit to bring it to the 9 by 12 size. This doesn't really matter because it's not in the way, but I'm going to just clean up that line there. And these little smudges. Gonna zoom in. Looks really good. I'm gonna save that page. And then we've got one more to do. I don't know how long this recording thing will work, but you may as well use it. Okay, so we're gonna crop. Then we're gonna go rotate horizontal. Then I'm gonna go zooming in so I can see how much I want to straighten this one. It also needs to go clockwise. I don't know, 8 seems a little too much for this one. Perfect. That's just from having experience doing this a lot. Knowing how much to straighten, but you can always go back and forth or undo it. You can always undo a straighten and start over. So from time and eternity, this is a little bit of a mess here. Let's let's like put that in the middle of the page. And the margins look good. Margins look good to me here, but we want to say image size is going to be 9 inches wide. I'm going to take it down to 300, which is fine now that it's in a JPEG format. We're good with 300, but we need it to be scanned at 600 when it's a JPEG. I mean a PDF. It's a PDF scan. If you're scanning direct to JPEG mode, it can be 300 in JPEG mode, but that goes like, page by page. It doesn't all assemble it together for you. This you can't really read. There's just no point in even trying to make that look better because it's not going to show up. So I'm just going to get rid of it, and then we will write something else on this file pertaining to the copyright notice because that one was just not visible enough. I couldn't darken that up to make it look right. So what did we have? We had 9 by 12. That one's just this one's just perfect. Let's say save on that. Let's go up to 10 again at least. All right, now we've got all 3 of those pages done. We're going to go back to the exports folder, and I'm going to shift and select all. I'm going to right click and tell it that I want to combine these files in Acrobat. I'm going to combine them all, and we've got a neat and tidy page 1, 2, and 3. So then I'm going to say save as. I don't know where I would save it, so I'm just going to say Weigel V, because it's volley, from time and eternity. I think that's the name of it. So that's just going to save that file onto the desktop. And we can continue to work on it by adding a page of text or a cover or something else neat and tidy. So I hope that worked. Let's see where we're at with the old loom. Oh, there we go.